If you've been reading all the books and listened to all the podcasts about aging in reverse, don't make the mistake of getting drunk on possibilities as you listen to all the new amazing things that people are coming up with in the field of regenerative medicine and age reversal. The thing is, stem cell infusions and other advanced medical treatments are still very expensive and not accessible to ordinary folks like you and me unless you have deep pockets. But what can you do instead? Read the book from cover to cover and then start implementing back to front. Why? Because my experience, people get you really drunk on all this crazy stuff that's becoming reality. And then they start telling you about, oh, if you use these supplements, you can start making headway towards achieving the results that you want. And then at the end of the book, they tell you all the things that you can do every day that involve your nutrition, your movement, your exercise, your stress management. And that is where you start. Because these are the things that you can do every single day, forever and a day. And they are inexpensive because you're already doing all of them. You just have to optimize them. You will find that your health will start to benefit and you're going to start feeling rejuvenated, stronger, fitter, and you're going to have more energy. And that's already a huge step towards aging in reverse. This is going to take some time to accomplish. However, unless these things are in place, nothing else that you do on top of it is going to work. So there's no supplement that's going to make up for a shitty lifestyle. What you're really looking for are simple but very powerful strategies that eventually will become habits. And you're going to be surprised at how far you can go just by paying attention to what you do on a daily basis. Once you've mastered your lifestyle, it's definitely worth looking at supplements because they're going to give your effort such a massive boost, and they do work, but only if you've done the work beforehand, not instead of. The supplements are not cheap, I'm not going to lie. However, they're not completely out of reach for most people, and you're probably going to need less than you think, obviously depending on your current state of health and your genetics. For example, I'm prone to chronic inflammation. It's just one of the things that came with me at birth. So in my stash of supplements for age reversal, I probably have more anti-inflammatories than most people would have. That's because whereas acute inflammation is the body's first line of defense when you have an injury or an illness, chronic inflammation is a problem because it's associated with most age-related diseases and metabolic disorders like obesity, diabetes, atherosclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, all things that we don't want to develop. So minimizing inflammation is crucial for age reversal. Now, not all supplements work for everybody, unfortunately. So like everything in life, you're going to have to go through a certain element of trial and error to find out exactly what works for you and what gives you the best results in the shortest amount of time. Ultimately, aging in reverse is all about living life to the fullest with the wisdom that you've accumulated in 50 plus years of being alive, but in a body that feels like it did when you were 30, and maybe, just maybe, even when you were 20. It takes a lot of time, money, and effort, but let me assure you, it's totally worth it. That's all I have for you today. Now, in future videos, I'll be sharing what I've actually been doing in the past year that's helped me to go from being okay to actually being able to do backflips again at 54 years of age. Subscribe and hit the notification button so you're gonna know when I upload my next video. Thank you for watching and see you again soon.